They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 45 on its way. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They'll move the wide receiver. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That isn't a
Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Yeah, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Offense in a bunch formation. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later.
Makes a grab down the middle. Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. Extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to... What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? New set of downs after the completion. On the option. Gives it on the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
Right down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll start this drive from the 42. unloads quickly. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Here comes the heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback on the keeper. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And the try is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to...
Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Here comes the option. Rides the back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Cameron. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldog. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes the easy one to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the pressure. They've got the screen set up. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants to throw it again. Swings it out to the flat. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Pressure coming, and he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll play it safe and try for 3. From the right hash, this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And they'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Banks. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half,
he'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Canes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw again. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Got it in the middle, it's Cameron. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. The Bulldogs want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cameron. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football on that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that
breaks into the open. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Now the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Grabbed behind the line. It's York. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Not able to break the quick one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Cameron. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Setting up the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. TCU escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Horned Frog fans could have done without this one being so close. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Wants to fire on second down. Snagged out of the air. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's open on the right. Turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive throw. Now you have to make him earn it now in the next down.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll try the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Fires left. He's got it.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes. when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so cute.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry up.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Quick strike complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll set up to throw. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Cameron. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Mississippi State, 42, Miami.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. looking to throw on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They're dealing with a second and long.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Rushes on him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. They'll move the tight end. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get